All right, welcome back to the show. Now, before we get back to the countdown, yes, I'll be having that very special interview. My very beautiful and amazing guest today on the show is no new face with a dazzling style and powerhouse vocals. Now, this Afrobeats queen has been dazzling us with her electrifying energy, iconic fashion, and unbeatable hits for years. Mama Africa has been setting the global stage on fire and inspiring fans around the world. Her latest album, Rebel Queen, is a testament to her boundless creativity and enduring charisma. With this project, she takes us on another unforgettable journey, proving once again why she is a global sensation. Brace yourselves, ladies and gentlemen, for a conversation with the unstoppable force who's been redefining the music scene and inspiring fans, not just in Niger or Africa, but also across continents. Joining us from Lagos State, Nigeria, is the one and the only, very beautiful Mama Africa herself, Yemi Alade. Good afternoon, Yemi.
Hi, good afternoon.
How you doing?
I'm very fine, thank you. How about you?
I'm good, I'm great. And I feel better now. At least now I'm seeing your fine face, yeah.
Oh.
All right, yeah. All right, so first off, let's get straight into it. Now, would I start by saying congratulations to you? Yes, I mean, for the recent project that you just dropped. We was really excited. I'm a huge fan, so yes, I was really excited when I saw, hey, Yemi Alade, finally the album is out, the 7th studio album. We've been waiting all along. So yeah, I'd like for you to just take us a little bit through the journey of creating the album, because it seems like whenever you drop, I mean, it has to be a hit. Take us through the journey of how you actually tend to, gather your inspiration and where you actually draw these inspirations from. Because your style, I feel like it's unique and it's something that we don't get to see on a daily basis.
Thank you for that. So yes, you are correct. It's my 7th studio album and it's called Rebel Queen. The album is about a few weeks old, I think a week and some days. The inspiration behind this album was very simple. I just was on a quest to put forward a compilation of songs that remind me of the music that I used to listen to when I was a much younger girl. I mean, as a kid attending, birthday parties and family events with my family.
Yeah.
The music that I heard from the highlight to all the sounds that I fell in love with, I wanted to make an album that resonated with my childhood. And the album, at the end of the day, is a compilation of high life, Afrobeat. There's some Amapiano in there, dance hall, and I really just had fun on the album in essence.
All right, that sounds good. Now, I also hear the African Rebel Tour is actually coming to Paris. Yes, it's sort of like you have a connection with Paris and all of that.
I do.
Yeah, so talk to us about that, because I saw the listening party, yes, which actually took place, and how the whole place was filled up. It had so many fans actually come out to come vibe with you on that particular day. And how did that make you feel at the time?
I mean, I really was grateful, and I'm still very grateful to my team for putting together the listening parties that we did around the world, because we did everything in the month of July.
Okay.
The first venue for the listening party was in Paris. Then we moved on to London, and then we went to New York, and finally we came to Lagos. So we did these 4 venues in 1 month, and that's a lot of work and traveling. But what's so special to me is that I was able to connect with fans that, especially core fans that have known me from like day one. It was a very refreshing moment for me to share my album with them before the album even came out. And yes, I have a very special love story with Paris, because that's one of the first cities in Europe that stretched out their hand of invitation to me in the beginning of my career.
Yeah.
And almost every year or every other 2 years, I perform at a solo concert at one of their prestigious venues from Le Trianon to Olympia, what happened about last year, and now we're going on to the Senate. So it's really a big deal for me, and I'm happy to continuously do what I love.
All right, sounds cool. Now, you performed the theme song for the Nigerian superhero animated series, Iyanu. Now, what did that exactly mean to you?
It's a big deal, guys. I mean, an animated cartoon series featuring a young girl that reminds me of my younger self. And she's going through life and overcoming all the challenges in her original state of mind, with her cultures and everything. So imagine when I wake up to watch Go Go Power Rangers or Tom and Jerry, I could have been watching this. So I'm really happy that this is happening and we're celebrating our culture and the entire world is embracing it. It's a big deal to have done this series, and I think there will be more in the future.
All right, that sounds cool, and all the best on that. Now, meanwhile, you've been here for a very long time. Now, when we talk about longevity, when we talk about, someone who's been there from day one, because I know you actually came at a point in time when Afrobeat wasn't this big, but you've managed to actually stay on top of your game from day one up until now. Now, how have you been able to do that? And not just, with your music, also with, someone says you look young and sexy every day. Hell, how you manage to stay on top of that?
Okay, I'll take that as a compliment.
No, it's true.
Honestly, how have I been able to do that? I just continue to be myself. I continue to be myself, and I continue to do what I love. And that's what even inspired the title of my album, Rebel Queen, because I look back at how long I've come, and I realized that since the very beginning of my career, I've always been a woman that does things according to how my heart requires. Like, I don't go by public opinions, what people think I should do, how they think I should talk, how they think I should sing or speak. My point is that I have been living my life truly on my own terms, and that is how I continue to rebel. And it's honestly a victorious moment for me, and I'm encouraging people out there to continue to live their life as authentic as they can, especially in this social media age where nothing is real. You might as well be real with yourself. It's the one thing you can do in this one life that you have. Continue to rebel against popular opinion. That's what I preach.
All right, that sounds cool. Now, so here's me asking, how do you see your music inspiring fans? I mean, fans who are not only outside, who are not only in Africa, but also outside Africa. Because I know that your fan base is spread across the world, especially in some Francophone-speaking countries. Now, how do you see your music and your sounds and your style and your message actually impacting this set of fans? And how you've also managed to do that through the years.
Okay. So are you asking me, like, how am I able to achieve that? Or are you asking
Yep.
Honestly, like I said before, I'm just being myself. When I was born, I didn't know that I would become someone that people would, look up to. So every day when I wake up and I go out into the world and people walk up to me and tell me how my music has been so instrumental in their life, I just feel like my calling is being achieved every day. I'm just living my life. I'm just this young lady living her life, and if that inspires you, good for you. And if you think that I'm a good role model, good for you as well. But honestly, I'm living my life because the only one that I have. I also have one life to live. I'm just living my life.
Okay. All right. So here's a fun one for you. If Rebel Queen were to be a grand festival celebrating all things African and global, now, what would your dream lineup of artists and performers be?
Dead and alive.
Okay. Yes. Dead and alive.
Music transcends beyond cultures and geographic locations. So I definitely would give a good mashup of. I definitely want to see Brenda Fassie.
Okay.
Yvonne Chaka Chaka.
Mm.
100% Angelique Kidjo. What are you talking about? Bella has to be there, of course. Michael Jackson, because who else? You know? Lionel Richie, because I love him. Of course, Madame Beyonce is going to be there. Yes, oh yes. Am I done yet? No, give me some time. Brandy will be there, and Maria Carey. I think I've tried for now.
No, you've tried. You've tried. Big shout outs to you.
Shino Peters. Hey.
All right, so that's cool. So I like the fact you mentioned Angelique Kidjo, and I'll very much like to know what's the relationship between you and the Living Icon? Because, I mean, it seems that you guys have actually achieved a lot together. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot, even gone ahead to actually clinch a Grammy. So, yeah, it's such a big deal. And outside music, what's your relationship with Angelique?
Angelique Kidjo has grown to become like a musical mother to me. She's always there when I have questions and when I want her advice and her guidance. She's a musical mother to me, and I've grown to respect that every single day. Just her existence is gold. It's gold. She is a golden gem. So she is.
All right, so yes, I'd also love to say congratulations on your most recent video collaboration with the legend Ziggy Marley, which is set to drop today at 6 p.m. How excited are you about this?
Oh, I am so excited. I never would have thought this day would come so soon, but it's here right now at a time when the world needs peace and love. Even in Nigeria, we need some more peace. We need some more love. I think we've come to a point where we are most times biased by, tribes, and we forget that at the end of the day, poverty does not look at tribal.
All right, welcome back. Sorry for that little technical issue. All right, so we still have the very beautiful Yemi Alade live from Lagos State. How you doing, Yemi?
I'm fine, though.
All right. Now, before the break, I was asking, yes, for those who are actually looking up to you, for those who are drawing inspiration from you, from the Yemi Alade brand, what would be your final words to them?
I would say to anyone who's inspired by me or sees me as a role model, I would say that in everything you do in life, make sure that you retain your originality. Being yourself is the most original version of you, and there's no other person like you. So no matter how the world tries to reshape you, stand on business, and you will stand out by just being yourself.
All right, thank you so very much. Yes, Yemi Alade, Mama Africa herself. Thank you for joining us on the show for today. We really appreciate it. And big ups to you. We see what you do. Keep doing what you're doing. And I mean, every day and anytime we'll be out here to support and show love. Yes, because I mean, the song Tomorrow happens to be, somewhere at the top of our charts for this week, sitting pretty good at the #2 spot for the second week and counting. We'll always show love. From all of us here, we say big ups to you. We love you. Keep doing what you're doing and all the way to the top, yeah?
Thank you so much. I appreciate your support. God bless you all.
All right. Okay, so someone is requesting that you actually just sing a small thing for us. Yeah, just small.
Okay. In my mind, I am looking for the melody, searching for the rhythm we go totally, and in my soul I am waiting on the prophecy. I know it's coming soon. I depart, my mind on the worry for my cheddar. Nobody knows tomorrow. Hey, stay with me tonight. I go there, remember, you go always stay in my mind.
Woo! All right, darling, thank you, and you have yourself a lovely day, an amazing weekend ahead. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, guys, today you have it, the very beautiful Yemi Alade, and she's got a brand new album that's out there right now. It's called Rebel Queen. Such a great, great album, has so many massive collaborations, and trust me, you'll be loving every bit of it. All right, so we'll go for a very quick break. When we get back, we continue with our chats, checking out 5 of the biggest tunes from around here and beyond. Don't go nowhere, we'll be right back.